A Pennsylvania man says that his emotional support alligator, Wally, has gone missing. And he left his family for 2 months to go on a wild goose hunt to find his alligator, Wally. Well, if you named an alligator and you also need him for emotional support, yeah, man, your family don't matter no more. You are willing to put everything on hold for your emotional support alligator because, say it with me, you're crazy.
Hey, it's Herbert. And you're listening to the About Last Night podcast, you slippery little son of a bitch.
About last night. About last night.
Dun dun. Whoa. This guy does impressions of streaming service sound effects. Hey guys, welcome back to the show. Happy Tuesday. Happy Tuesday. Hope you had a great weekend. Hope your Monday was so great that your Tuesday is better. We are coming to you live from Los Angeles. The Netflix is a Joke Fest is over. Can you tell? Can you tell my voice is on the way out because of all the talking and giggling and drinking and smoking and toking and choking back sandwiches? It was a blast. Hulu, you got your work cut out for you. Pornhub, your move. Netflix is a Joke did their second comedy festival here in Los Angeles, and they crushed it. There was probably 90 shows a day, and you're talking, from the Pop-Tart premiere to John Mulaney's talk show to the Tom Brady Roast to the Dr. Phil live show, which, by the way, good Lord. If you watched the live stream, God bless you. If you didn't, fuck you. No. Get ready to enjoy that May 24th on my YouTube. Subscribe to my YouTube channel, May 24th, Dr. Phil Live. We'll be dropping with Bert Kreischer, Mark Normand, Dr. Pimple Popper, and Johnny Resnick from the Goo Goo Dolls, and special guests. Tony Hinchcliffe popped in and roasted and toasted with Jeremiah Watkins as AI Mark Normand. And it was one of the funniest things I've ever seen. The whole night was great. The store continues to bring so much magic out of the people on the stage there, and it was wild. We'd never live streamed before. We used all the people that YMH and Kill Tony use, and it was just really fun, really special. The energy of the fest you feel in a city like Los Angeles, where it's already so, just chaotic, for lack of a better word, but in the best way. Sunset is always vibing, and there's homeless, there's superstars, there's people on the way up, there's people on the way down. You feel every ounce of the energy that Los Angeles is exuding on a day-to-day basis, and hopefully you can use it for to fuel your what you're trying to do out here. But man, do we have a good time. Pimple Popper was so funny. Sandra Lee just crushed it. Johnny Resnick, I wrote a little comedy bit for him to do. It was perfect. My buddy Sandy Danto came out as an audience member that had a cyst on his neck, and we popped that, and I ate it, and people almost threw up. Bert and Mark Normand have a great rapport. They were fantastic together. Mark Normand is a joke machine. He is a real savant. Bert is one of the most likable people of all time and infectious with his smile and giggle. And them having some camaraderie was quite a bit of camaraderie was really beneficial for the whole program. And man, it just was fun to watch. It was fun to be a part of. That's what's so cool about this Dr. Phil live show. And if you haven't seen it, all good. If you have and you enjoy it, God bless you. I went on Two Bears, One Cave. People are loving that episode. And it was nice to kind of have that the morning of the Phil Comedy Store live stream show. But it's just cool to find something that is like yours, that's flexing all your weapons in your tool belt that you've been honing over the years, that people want to be a part of and enjoy. It means the most to me that you guys even fucking give a fuck. But that like these comedians that I adore and respect and am fans of want to come play around is like, it doesn't get any better than that. The Tom Brady Roast, I'll say, was my first taste of the fest because it started, I believe, that Thursday or Friday. And wow, what an eye-opening experience for comedy. Live, Kevin Hart, perfect master of ceremonies to keep the show moving, to keep it together. It was alarming at how much people were just going for it. Comedy Central roast, which is what we've been accustomed to know as far as what comedy roasts are going to look like, are edited and, finessed, and people don't like something, they take it out. This was live, baby, and they had a delay for sure, but people were going for it, and it was Kim Kardashian got booed, which fucking duh. She's not a comic, and she's there for photos and publicity and extra eyeballs and talking. And I know people have defended her and been like, it's really tough to go out there, but like, you know what you're walking into. I will give her credit. Didn't look like she was phased. She was just kind of like, oh, wow, really? Yeah, really. You hosted SNL. You were fine. I don't like the idea of giving people like an enormous amount of respect for like going up and doing that when they don't do it. I mean, to a certain extent. The athletes, maybe more so, but they're also famous for I don't know, like putting their body in harm's way and being role models to kids. And there's more going on there that I think you can really look up to than a Kardashian. Now, look, have they made billions taking advantage of the downtime we have that we do enjoy watching rich people eat sandwiches and fuck people and make tapes and the sex change, all the... Yeah, dude, they cornered the market on dysfunctional families because, look, dude, I don't care how you slice it. If your family likes to tape their whole life and put it out there, eventually you're going to get so, conditioned to being like, this is our life is a show. We got to tape every moment. We're doing, and you're fabricating, producing moments, and it's not real, and now it's just, what are you doing? But hey, man, they figured out early on that we, the collective Dum US community, was enamored with this family. So Kim gets an invite. Yeah, go to the roast. Who gives a fuck? I do love that part, I guess, where she's just like, I might get booed, I might get cheered. But when she was taken aback by the boos, that's when I was like, what did you think? What? Why would people go nuts for you? They went nuts for Ben Affleck. And then he said some stuff. I think I might have been a little stony baloney for that, but the comedy part of the roast is what we're watching for, and that part was solid. Jeff Ross crushed it out of the gate. Sam J was so funny. I think Sam J is so funny. Nikki Glazer had arguably the set of the night. Tony Hinchcliffe, my boy. Roast on point. Just Tony and Nikki too, I think, were just pounding away. And that was impressive. The speed, the articulation, still milking the moments. You could tell they were going off cuff a little bit. Tony coming from his seat to the stage, I thought was just a really cool thing and kind of added to the mystique of his performance where it was like, oh, he wasn't even on the dais. And he came up from the seat like a pedestrian and just fucking annihilated. Bert and Tom were great, I thought. I saw some hate about their performance. So stupid. They were so funny. They're a fun duo, man. And it was a different bit. They had visuals and it was fun. Schultz is very funny, especially at the end of the show. Andrew Schultz to go up there and deliver is a tough spot. But guess what? No one makes excuses, and nobody looks at what you're doing and goes, he had to go up in the late spot. So like that was tough. He did good because of that. Nobody cares about that. You're on it. You are expected to be a rock star. Really funny, man. Brady came out, took some hits. The amount of jokes about his wife banging this karate dojo guy, you could tell he was just like, all right, no more, please. Fun to watch him sweat a bit. But you know what? Easier said than done to just get on a stage like that with all these people that are, all he's ever known is people being like, you're the greatest, dude. So now for that to not be happening, you know, tough to, you're still a person. You still got feelings. Gronk, I thought was funny and silly. Yeah, the Ben Affleck thing was weird. Yeah, I don't know. It's why what we do is so fascinating to people that don't do it, because they're just like, Affleck's like, I'm an actor. I've done speeches. I've done whatever. I've got a prompter. But like, man, you can't teach timing and authentic, instinctual abilities to just like be like. I mean, Affleck's been in comedies, right? But like, there's a difference, dude. So I'm not sure what he got chastised over, but I think he was talking about like YouTube comments or something. Anyway, a great time. I had my own show at the Hotel Cafe. Sold it out. Seats 100. Awesome that people came out. So fun. I would love to do another show there. Did Matt Rife and Paul Elia's low-key show at the Troubadour. Blast. Whitney Cummings was there. Ian Edwards, Eric Griffin, Candace Thompson. And we just riffed for 15 minutes. That was awesome. And then did the outdoor Dr. Phil show at the Outside Jokes Palladium stage on Saturday, which was awesome. Trevor Wallace, Rachel Feinstein, Nate Jackson. Jeremiah Watkins played Caitlyn Jenner. I didn't think that show was going to be as fun as it was. I now want to do more outdoor comedy shows, especially Phil shows, outdoors like that, because it was a blast. Sounded great. We taped it, so we'll be throwing some stuff up from that for sure. But thanks to everybody that came out to that. And then I stuck around and did the roast battle that night with Jeff Ross and Tony Hinchcliffe and Jaleel White. My boy popped in. Post getting married. We went to Jaleel's wedding last weekend. Shout out to Jaleel and Nicoletta. I just combined their names. Nicoletta and Jaleel. I said Gillette? Is that right? The best a man can get. Remember that? That was their slogan, the Razor. Gillette, the best a man can get for $6. That was a great wedding. Put a pin in that. We'll come back to it. But the roast battle was fun, and I was spent after that. Why was I spent? Because the night before, Friday night, Kill Tony at the Los Angeles Forum, the Kia Forum, where the Lakers played, where Showtime was built, where Coldplay has been, where fucking Burr, where John Mayer, Chappelle, the Stones. It is a legendary, iconic Los Angeles venue in the heart of the LA music, sports, comedy, near the airport in El Segundo, California, right near SoFi Stadium now. And wow, 17,000 people packed for Kill Tony. Get the fuck out of here, dude. What? 17,000. It was wild. Tim Dillon, Post Malone, Snoop was supposed to be on the show. Hulson was in New York. I'm backstage and Post Malone's like, I got a text from Snoop, and Tony's about to walk out. He goes, "Are you fucking kidding me?" And he's like, "Yeah." And he goes, and everyone's like, "Dude, don't read it to him. He's about to go out." And Tony's like, "What did he say?" And he said, "Yo, I'm in New York. Tell everyone I love him." And Tony goes, "Get the fuck out of here." And kind of laughed it off of like, what are you going to do? Show goes on. I was scheduled to go on and do a minute of these roast jokes that we'd prepared, and was going to go out and do that and then sing the Titty Fuck song that I improvised as Elaine on a Kill Tony episode a month ago. And then Tony was like, "I need you to sit down and join the panel." And I was like, "Dude, fuck yeah. I'm already here. I was scheduled to do this and then bounce, but man, was it way more fun to stick around and be there for the whole show." I would have sat and watched, but I couldn't have gone out to the audience. So it was cool to be up there. And I just loved the show so much. It was so fun. And Tim and Post Malone are so funny. And it was just, it felt intimate, as big as it was. But what a wild night. We partied back at the Comedy Store till about 4 a.m. And then I slept in my bald cap, got touched up, and then went and did the daytime show, which is why I think my voice is still a little hoarse, as you can hear. Hey guys, Adam Ray here for the About Last Night podcast. Hope you're enjoying the episode. Hope you're enjoying your life. Look, when I started podcasting, an online store was the furthest thing from my mind, okay? But now I'm selling merch. I got Dr. Phil merch. I got Adam Ray merch. And it's I need a store, and it's so easy because I use Shopify. Okay, Shopify's new sale. Ba-bing. That's the sound effect. It's not the sound effect for the store, but it could be. Is here for you to make all of your shopping, merch, purchasing needs easier and swifter. Look, you've got Key and Peele, you've got Faye and Polar, and now you've got you and Shopify. Okay. When you think about perfect duos, you think about growing the business of that duo, and that's you and Shopify. Cha-ching, don't cancel me. You also want to talk about how you get into this world, okay? I've been doing comedy for 17 years. Once I started to kind of throw out, ideas for merch, it became easier to go, oh, well, if people want to buy this, I'm going to need a place to house it. Shopify is the global commerce platform that helps you sell at every stage of your business, okay? From the launch your online shop stage, which is the first part of getting it all going, to the first real life store stage, all the way to the did we just hit 1 million orders stage, which I'm not there yet. Thanks for rubbing it in, but hopefully soon, because Shopify is there to help you grow. That's what she said. Whether you're selling scented soap or vagina candles like Paltrow or butthole candles like Affleck, or you're offering outdoor outfits, Shopify helps you sell everywhere. From their all-in-one e-commerce platform to their in-person POS system, wherever and whatever you're selling, Shopify's got you covered, okay? And look, this is what podcast and comedy has all lent itself towards, is people getting fun things that the audience and the viewers and the listeners and everyone wants to buy shit to feel more connected to what they're watching. Shopify helps you turn browsers into buyers with the internet's best converting checkout up to 36% better compared to other leading commerce platforms. And you can sell with less effort thanks to Shopify Magic, your AI-powered all-star, okay? Now look, if there's a time in your life when you've been wanting to sell stuff, now is the time, okay? Shopify wants to help you, wants to make it easy, wants to take you to the next level, be a Shopify user, have it help you, have Shopify do all the dirty work, because that's what they want to do. They want to make it easier and swifter for you to make a product and sell it to the people. The who? The people, man. What I love about Shopify is how no matter how big you get or how much you want to grow, they give you everything you need to take control and take your business to the next level. So right now, Shopify wants you to get going, okay? And here's what you do. 10% of all e-commerce in the U.S. and Shopify global force behind Allbirds, Rothy's, and Brooke Lennon, and millions of other entrepreneurs of every size across 175 countries are getting down with this. Plus, Shopify's extensive help resources are there to help support you every step of the way. Because when your business grows, you grow with Shopify. Does that make sense? When your business grows, you grow with Shopify. So, sign up right now for $1 per month. That's all you got to do. $1 per month. You got $1? I'll loan it to you. Sign up today for $1 a month and do a trial period at shopify.com/aboutlastnight. All lowercase. That's shopify.com/aboutlastnight. Now to grow your business no matter what stage you're in, okay? Shopify.com/aboutlastnight and start getting it going. Because why? Because Shopify. I just came up with that. Turn off the cameras. So a lot of Phil all week. Glad I was able to pop in some stand-up shows as well. And then we closed it out with this charity basketball game. Myself and Marshawn Lynch were the coaches. We did a draft. Steph Tolev, always funny, always a homie, always hilarious. Commentated through the draft of Marshawn and I squadding up our team. And then we played in this basketball game for about 45 minutes. JB Ball, shout out. Baller. Cam Patterson, baller. Brent Pella, got a couple good jumps in. Baller. Sklar Brothers, hilarious on the mic. Jeremiah Watkins had a good game. Awesome people, awesome crew. Forrest Shaw did some pre and post game, and it was just a blast. And nobody died, and nobody got severely hurt, so that's always good. Because, we're running up and down that court. No one's really in amazing shit. JB Ball, I guess, probably the most. I mean, he looked like he was trying to dunk twice. Didn't throw him down, but tried. And guess what? If you try to dunk in a comedy basketball game, you, say it with me, look fucking cool, even if you break it. So that's that. Game was awesome. Went home. I could have slept for 25 hours. Slept for 7. And here we are today, recapping it. what a week. Netflix, you did it right. I think they're going to do it every 2 years. I talked to Ted Sarandos at the Forum, CEO of Netflix, the guy who came up with yeah bum 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 or whatever the dun dun what he probably didn't come up with, but he's Mr. Netflix, and he was saying that they want to try to do this festival around the country, and I said that's a great idea, dude. Jump to other cities like the World Cup, take over, and mix it up, because there's great venues everywhere and there's great people that want to consume great comedy everywhere, and I think the comics would really get off on mixing it up to different spots to perform. But yeah, what a cool, exhausting week. I mean, people, over 10 days, just so many shows. And you know, I partied probably 3 of the nights I was out for shows, and out of the 5. And there was just so many things to do. And going back to the store, the Comedy Store became the place to kick it at the end of every show. So after the Forum, we were there. After my show on Monday with Pimple Popper and Goo Goo Dolls and Mark Norman and Burt Kreischer, store closed it down till, almost 5. And then after my 3 stand-up shows on Tuesday, went back there. Went and saw my boy Brent Morin last night at the Improv. If you get a chance to see Brent Morin, do it. He's one of the best. He's one of my best buds. He's one of the funniest people I know. And he is just fucking flat out funny. And his new hour is great. And anyway, go check out Brent whenever he's on the road. And now back to it. Withdrawal for sure. Like any big, committed, energy sucking, passion fueled, just, you're burning the candle at both ends. You're going to be dried out. So I would love to sleep for a week, but I can't. Chilling out for a few days here, and then going to Seattle. Going to go take my sister and Dirte and a couple homies to see Boys to Men. Sean Stockman, shout out. My boy Sean Stockman from Boys to Men is hooking us up to go see the show in Seattle. Can't wait for that. I haven't seen Boys to Men live together in quite some time. I saw them open for New Kids on the Block once, but I haven't seen a full show. And I think I saw them once when they did like a Motown tour. They're so good, dude. And Sean, of course, came on the last Dr. Phil live show and ripped it up. Go check that out if you haven't seen it. The Pete Holmes Jelly Roll, Steph Tolev interview episode. But it'll be good to go back to Seattle for 2 days. I'm going to go to South Carolina to do a gig. But going to go see my pops. Appreciate all you guys asking how he's been post-fall. He's in a inpatient rehab facility. Getting better, getting stronger. Thanks for your well wishes. And his birthday is on Wednesday, so I'm gonna drive a few hours, go see him, take Dirte Jr., my like and subscribe, sweet psycho nephew, to go see Pops, and then it's take a step back for a couple days time, but when the good vibes are flowing, you want to just ride the wave, and any comic can attest to this. When you have a good string of fun shows, you're not thinking about taking a break. You're thinking about what's next, and you want to keep that momentum going. I'm on the road a bunch coming up. So, AdamRayComedy.com for tour dates. Tacoma, Washington, June 13th through the 15th. Cleveland, we had to move. I'm so sorry. Hilarities, we had to move it. I'm doing some fully loaded dates with Bert on his big tour. We moved Cleveland and Hilarities to October. All those tickets will transfer appropriately. So sorry. We are, as of tomorrow, announcing New York City, the Gramercy Theater, August 11th. Check that out. New York City, August 11th, Gramercy Theater. And August 23rd, the Leicester Square Theater in London, England. Going to come overseas for the first time and do a show. Since actually I studied abroad there and did an open mic where I did a joke, I think of where I said I was Arnold Schwarzenegger, like he became governor, so I think I said he can do anything now. He could even fuck a cow, and I did an impression of Schwarzenegger fucking, bro, if there's tape of this, I will not be welcomed with open arms. But that'll be fun to perform. The Phil Kill Tony boost has given my my global opportunities a nice kick in the dick as far as having an opportunity. So that'll be awesome. and I've been back to London since I studied abroad in 2004. So, g'day, mate. That's Australian. And anyway, AdamRayComedy.com for all those tour dates. We got Boston, we got Chicago, we got Philly, we got Florida, we got Portland and Seattle Dr. Phil live shows, June 29th and June 30th. All these tickets at AdamRayComedy.com. There is something I want to mention. Coming up, I'm going to try to do some Phil shows in different continents. Throwing this out there to see if you guys are receptive to that. Been getting a lot of hits for Australia. So let me know if that's something you guys would really, be keen on, because I think that's something that we're going to try to pull off. Bagel and Pickles are doing great. The pups just got a new bed because Pickles was jumping off the bed and fucking like hitting the ground with her paws. Like the sound of it was so jarring, of just like oh, dude, those little paws are going to snap in half like a fucking granola bar. So lower bed, smaller bed. My mom always said too, she was like, she and my stepdad have a smaller bed because they like to be close together. But this bed that I've had for a while, that my wife and I sleep in, it's like a California king. A lot of space. Kind of nice. Kind of nice to be able to just roll over and be like, I'll see you on Wednesday. But this one's a little smaller, so got to keep those toots locked up. Haven't heard her toot, I think, maybe only once. She told me the other day, though, she's like, yeah, when you get up to pee and you let them fly, I hear you. And I was like, fuck. I want to keep the intimacy alive as long as possible. But you know what? Sometimes you got no control. Sometimes it's like, dude, if I hold this in, there's going to be a nuclear warfare. I do think it's funny when people I have a buddy that still blames his farts on his dog, and his dog notoriously like his dog eats diarrhea for breakfast and has the worst smelling farts I've ever smelled of a dog or person. So he's always blaming it. But I'm like, dude, when that dog isn't around anymore, you're going to have to get your asshole checked, because then it's on you, baby. I digress. 4th of July is coming up. Who said that? A friend of mine. What are you doing for 4th of July? I don't know, man. It's May. What are you doing for Valentine's Day, 2028? 4th of July is one of those holidays where you go, dude, I'm always reminded of the kid that blew off his hand with fireworks when I was in the 8th grade. 1995. I'm not going to say his name because I can't remember it. But, dude, let's just say he held on to an M80 a little bit too long and fucking boom kablooey. Lost 3 out of 5 fingers. Yeah, dude, you cannot fuck around. You cannot fuck around with fireworks as a child, dude. That's got to be an adults only. But then, devil's advocate, adults get fucked up when it comes to fireworks. So they're like lighting something, and it's like, you've seen these videos. Good YouTube rabbit hole. Firework mishaps. Drunk firework mishaps. Roman candles shooting into people's houses. People's hair catching on fire. It sucks for the animals, right? Dogs aren't big firework people, but I can't believe we're already almost there. I do have a little bit of an issue when people are trying to speed up, like, dude, Halloween's coming. Dude, what are you going to go as? Well, we got a lot to take care of before then. But I love your enthusiasm for the holiday. That being said, I'm probably going as Melania Trump. For Halloween. Oh, my God, that's going to be right. Is that when the election is? Is the election this year? Holy shit, it's this fall. What a scary time we're about to embark on. Oh, my God. Wow, dude. It is about to get real slippery. Yeah, I'm feeling that on the road, too. When you make certain jokes, people are like, nah, not today, man. Nah, leave him alone. That's my president. And then, it goes both ways where you're like, we got it's old and sleepy versus old and dumb. Take your pick. But I don't want to talk about politics on this show. Instead, I want to talk about something that that I want to kind of do on the show now, where I kind of pull up a few things that you guys may have missed. And a new segment I'd like to call 3 Things You May Have Missed. Should have been some quick music there and a little title over my face. Shout out to my boy Rudy, who puts the pod together. 3 things you missed. News stories, headlines, things that I found interesting that I wanted to share that you probably didn't know happened. First, a Canadian family receives the wrong body after their father died on a Cuban vacation. Huh? A family in Quebec is searching for answers after discovering that their father's remains didn't make it to Canada from Cuba, where he died while on vacation, and instead received the remains of another man. Yikes. I mean, how many times have we heard this story? Not many. If you get sent the wrong remain, I mean, how do you even know, first of all? Like, that's not his suit. But if it was the remains, was it the cremation? Could you tell from the cremated body, that doesn't smell like Papa? Or is it like there was the name was different? There must have been some dead giveaway too soon that allowed you to recognize this is not Dad. What a bummer, though. Oh, you're having the funeral. You spread the ashes. It's the wrong ashes. Or maybe they did just get the remains, like the true remain, like the head and the arm. Like what? Probably need some more details on that. A Pennsylvania man says that his emotional support alligator, Wally, has gone missing. And he left his family for 2 months to go on a wild goose hunt to find his alligator, Wally. Well, my first question is, duh. If you named an alligator and you also need him for emotional support, yeah, man, your family don't matter no more. Your family don't matter no more. You are willing to put everything on hold for your emotional support alligator because, say it with me, you're crazy. But maybe the good type of crazy. You know, maybe you're an animal guy. Maybe you felt this deep connection with the alligator and you're like, dude, it's time for me to fucking make something of myself. You know, I'm putting all this fake love towards my fucking family that I despise because they never believed in my dreams of starting a website or an OnlyFans. You know, guys will start OnlyFans too, but it's for different reasons. I think more of like, for the financial stuff. I don't think guys need the attention like some gals that I know who have gotten on there with feet pictures and other stuff. That being said, I know someone who's making so much money on OnlyFans that I would be willing to get a transformation and make an OnlyFans just to start making that type of money. It is wild. The third story, how many ballerinas can dance on tiptoes in one place? Well, world record proved that 353 can do it at New York's Plaza Hotel. Huh? Welcome back to fucking who cares? Hundreds of young dancers in white tutus and tightly coiffed hair gathered in New York's Plaza Hotel to break the world record for dancing on point in one place. Well, I don't know much about dancing. I don't know much about ballerinas. I've got 2 moves, and I use them pretty quickly when I get to any dancing situation. It's this, and this, and then it's that, and then maybe little puppet legs, a shimmy in between all that, and then I'm searching for somebody to copy so that I know how to move around people. You know where I did have a pretty good dance streak was at Jaleel White's wedding. Shout out again to Jaleel and Nicoletta White. What a wedding, dude. What a wedding. Here in Los Angeles, a sweet party on Friday at a rooftop hotel. Mixed it up with a bunch of homies. My buddy Cena, who's Chappelle's tour manager. Jaleel was there. My buddy Andres, who runs this company, clothing company 5-4, which used to sponsor the pod. So my buddy Justin, who's an organizational life coach now. So fucking hopefully he can help me decide, all these fucking wigs and clothes I got just loitering around the house and filling up the closet. Maybe it's time to. I'm not a hoarder, but I definitely hold on to shit that I'm like, I'll wear that for a video or I'll wear that for. But no, it's just I got to rip the Band-Aid off and get rid of stuff. But he does that professionally. He actually said he did it for the Kardashians, which is, impressive, and also probably a much bigger closet than what I got. He showed me a picture of somebody's closet with shoes. Was it Kanye's? It was somebody, dude. The most shoes you could ever imagine in one spot. That wedding was awesome. Weddings are so sweet. Jaleel's speech to his folks just made me sob like a baby. Jim Harbaugh was there, the Chargers coach. This guy is such a fucking energy and a presence. He was so fired up. He was like, you guys got to attack your marriage. You got to bring it to let's fucking go. And, dude, it was, like, so inspiring and oddly hilarious. The dance party was awesome. They let me welcome in Jaleel and Nicoletta as they came into the room as the couple for the first time. The food was amazing. The apps were, dude, at one point I had such a little buzz going. I found this type of cheese on the cheese platter, and I almost had like 11 squares of the cheese, and I felt like shit. But it felt awesome on the way in. Later, I was just like, I just like was having trouble breathing. Could have been the pot. Smoked some of the purple Urkel, Jaleel's weed, which, by the way, if you haven't smoked weed, no judgment. Pussy. But if you want to smoke something fun, purple Urkel. I'm not even getting paid to say that. It makes you feel good. If you're watching this, kids, stop watching it. But love was in the air. Sweet, sweet time. Their families are just, so locked in. It's cool when the families like each other. That's never a guarantee for the families to be on board and, like, the in-laws to like it. They had Papa Shot basketball, which brought people together. Lamorne Morris was there ripping up some Papa Shot, a cool photo booth, unlimited cocktails. I mean, just the bar tab on that wedding, thank you guys, because I must have had 15 double tequilas, and I think that's an exaggeration, but I don't know, because after like the 6th or 7th, I just was like, where's that cheese fucking tower? And it was local too, which was nice, so we could get home by a somewhat reasonable hour. But a wild week, a wild couple weeks, and now we head into a week at home in Seattle, and then another week here in LA, and then I'm going to be at the Chicago Theater with Matt Rife at the end of May. I think 6 shows at the Chicago Theater. I think May 30th through June 2nd, Chicago Theater, Chicago, Illinois. And then Tacoma, Washington, June 13th through the 15th. Dr. Phil live shows on June 4th and June 26th here in LA at the Comedy Store. Fully Loaded tour with Burt Kreischer, June 20th through the 23rd. And then Dr. Phil live, June 29th and June 30th, Portland and Seattle. Come out and see me. AdamRayComedy.com for all those tickets. Very special announcement about my comedy special dropping very soon. I can give you the date, June 16th. Like and subscribe on my YouTube channel. Sorry, on 800 Pound Gorilla's YouTube channel. June 16th, like and subscribe. Set your calendars. Mark your and get ready, because I can't wait for that to drop. You guys were a blast. Enjoy the week. Thanks for listening, and I'll see you next time. And if you want to hit me up, I'm on Cameo too. I was told to say that. I don't know. I did a few Dr. Phil ones last week. They were super fun. If you want it as regular me, I'm usually a little stony when I do them, so it's like a 4 to 5 minute cameo instead of like a 20. I got a cameo from Lindsay Lohan once, and I asked her to roast me, and the lighting was bad. You couldn't even tell it was her, and then it was like 15 seconds, so I didn't even use it. So I'll go above and beyond. Enjoy the week. I love you.